you know what time it is. It's time to cook with your boy Dutch. Welcome to Inside the Oven.
What's up, guys? And it's episode 2 of Inside the Oven, and let's get this baby preheating. All right, I want to revisit something that we talked about last week. That was the ABS system. So with that being said, something that we didn't actually get to talk about was something that shows the elements of how the robot is versus the umpire. Now, with the umpires, we had to make the adjustments to them. If I had a guy like Joe West, I'm going to adapt to him. He's a guy that maybe likes to call the ball in. Guy like Angel Hernandez, the strike zone's huge. All right, so we can throw it wherever we want. They're going to chase. Now, with the robotic strike zone, though, we can't do anything about it. It's one system inside the box. That's it. All you got to do is just touch the box. So that's the big difference between having the umpires and the ABS system. So we talked about with the umpires, we get to adjust to them. The robotic strike zone, you can't adjust to anything except for getting closer to the edges. That's all it really comes down to. And you get the challenge here and there. So I want to make it short and sweet as we preheat. But with that being said, though, umpires are on a power trip like no other to start this season, and is it ridiculous. I always hated it when umpires would act like they were king big out there. It's not going to happen much longer. So with the umpire power trip that I was talking about, we got to see this week so far, I should say in the season, John Schneider, one of the guys from the Toronto Blue Jays, gets thrown out, all because of a balk call. Now, guys that have seen Kevin Gausman pitch before, he comes set and he moves his feet multiple times, and then he finally goes. Well, unfortunately, this umpire decided he was going to get on his power trip and call a balk. Something that's probably never happened with Gausman ever, but this time it did. And unfortunately, the umpire got the bad end of it. John Schneider came in and ripped this motherfucker a new one. Man, did he say, I can't say the words he was saying, but I promise you, he motherfucked the shit out of him. I promise you that. The next toss from another umpire, now I could screw up this guy's name, Craig Albernaz from the Baltimore Orioles, watches his player try to call time in Pittsburgh. Now, there's many different ways so that people can understand this. Usually you can throw a hand up, get the umpire to give you time, but most of the guys in this level keep both hands on the bat and yell time. Umpire didn't grant him this. They don't always have to grant you time, but in this situation, what usually happens is the batter has to make eye contact with the pitcher before he can start his delivery. It doesn't seem like he was set in that perspective, but again, could be wrong. But Craig Albernaz was not having it, and neither was his batter. Batter's in the box, pitch comes, he kind of twirls his bat and it goes through. He turns back and he's like, what are you doing? I tried to call time. You can literally see the words come from the first base or from the coach. Literally comes out and says, what the are you doing? He tried to call time, didn't grant him the time. Instantly, umpire, just being the umpire, says, yeah, that's it. I've had enough. See you, buddy. Go watch the game from the stands. Well, Craig has a few words for him again. Once again, he is literally saying, what the are you doing? He said it multiple times. You can read his lips. You hear it in the microphone at home plate. And what's the umpire do? I don't have to call time. I can do whatever I want. I got the black suit on. You're a manager. Go sit down. No, power trip, again from the umpires. It's out of control. It's got to stop. It was actually a civil conversation to begin with. Besides the word it was civil. He's literally asking him, what are you doing? The guy tried to get time. Cost him. The oven is hot, and let's talk about some brawls that have already happened. We got Jorge Soler and Lopez from the Atlanta Braves, and buddy, when you go into a fight, I get it. It's kind of better to have a weapon with you, but not a baseball. Dude threw a punch with the baseball in his hand, basically throwing it at him. Come on now, we got to be better than that. Just throw the freaking haymaker and let's go. Let's talk about some fights we've seen already in MLB. First one, my team, Texas Rangers, Rougned Odor, Jose Bautista. People saw that. Man, was that a thriller. It wasn't the thriller Manila, but it was pretty close. Then we go straight to one of the greatest fight calls I think you'll ever hear in baseball with Tim Anderson from the Chicago White Sox, with Jose Ramirez from the Cleveland Guardians. Man, did you hear this? It was incredible. All starts from a slide into second base. Jose does not like the way that Tim's standing over top of him, gets him off of him, then it gets going, punches are thrown, swings from where knows, I don't know. I didn't even speak English, but that's how it was, because after this guy got hit, I don't think he was speaking English for a second. You heard the call from the announcer. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson. He said it multiple times. It's a pretty wild call. I love Tim Anderson, great dude, and I know Jose Ramirez is also another great dude, but unfortunately this one came down to a brawl. I want to know what you also remember from plenty of the other brawls that happened through our lifetime of MLB. With the season underway, let's get a recap of some of the games that have already taken place. Some of the games that I've talked about. We saw that the Reds swept the Rangers, but let's see how they responded by sweeping the Mariners. Rangers bounced back. Evaldi, one of the question marks that people were saying was, man, is he losing it? Is Father Time catching up? He bounced back great after 2 bad outings. He comes back and takes care of business against the Mariners. Jock, he shows up, hits himself a home run, also has some words for the fans, and you could read his lips, but we're not going to go there because we know he's going to be fine. He'll bounce back. He'll take care of business, whatever he has to do. But he has been off to a slow start, so you can see the frustration from the fans, but also he's seeing the frustration. He's letting it out as well. A guy that's swinging it hot for the Rangers, though, Nimmo. He is red hot for the Rangers. A great pickup, shows that the acquisition that they took care of this offseason to go get him was huge for the Rangers. Nice job. A guy that's been talked about that's possibly going to be an MVP candidate, Wyatt Langford. He's off to a slow start. Hopefully he'll get things going into the next series. Didn't have the best of a series against the Mariners, but look forward to seeing him bounce back going into this next series against the Dodgers. Cubs and Tampa. This has nothing to do with anything else that's going on. Nobody cares how that series went, but we got to see something exciting in the stands. A guy goes after a foul ball, decides not to wear a belt to this game, and decides to show everybody his twig and berries and his full-on ass cheeks. I'm talking full-on, get the moon out. You thought we were going for a moon landing? We got it. We saw it. Nice job. Next time, let's get some pants that fit. Huh? Yankees are still red hot, 8-2. That's a team that I told you, they're going to be off to a great start. They're going to get some additions back with Carlos Rodon, Garrett Cole, and many others. That's a team that's playing up to their potential of what they're supposed to be. A team that's off to a great start that we've obviously talked about before that we didn't think that was going to be doing good and shocking so many people is the Cincinnati Reds, led by a legendary coach, Tito, aka Terry Francona. He's got those guys going the right way. They're 8-3. Do not sleep on them. They're in a tough division, but they're taking care of business right now. All right, as I said before, we're inside the oven. If you can't handle the heat, then get the out, because now it's baseball prediction time. Let's see what we can do for the games up and coming. The first game, I got to stick to my guns here. Texas takes on the Dodgers. This is going to be a crazy one. We've got Kumar Rocker, basically still a rookie, taking on Tyler Glasnow, aka Thomas Shelby. What I've got for you already, you got to take the hammer. The offense of the Dodgers is unbelievable. So put the money on that. Take the over. Go get it. I think the offense, again, like I was saying, is obviously going to be too much for the Rangers pitching staff, especially with the question marks in the bullpen of the Rangers. Starter, I'd like to see Kumar. Hopefully he can go at least 5 innings. But the goal is to get to that bullpen for the Dodgers. That's what they want. And they're going to do everything they can to take care of business because they know that is probably the biggest weakness is the Rangers bullpen. The Rangers offense has been struggling except for a few guys here and there. Hopefully they can get it together, but they're going against some pretty good pitching. So take the over. I got the Dodgers winning this one. The first game, this is on Friday. It's going to be Dodgers 8, Rangers 3. Next game, you got the Yankees and the Rays. This is a good pitching duel right here with Steven Matz taking on Fried. It's a lefty matchup, but for this, I definitely say go take the Yankees. I don't have the over-under on that one. I just think it's going to be kind of a big pitcher's duel for the most part. The Yankees offense is red hot, especially with Ben Rice and Carlos Stanton. That dude is on fuego. Both of them, to be honest. They're taking it out of the yard. But being in Tampa, it plays more to them. They've got the better offense. I also think you're going to see Judge hitting a bomb. So go ahead and take the Yankees. Saturday's game, I only took one game. I got Arizona taking on the Phillies. Arizona and the Phillies are both 500 right now. They're both looking to make a statement, get themselves back on the winning side of things, and take care of business. Phillies' offense is loaded. We know this. But I also expect to see a breakout a little bit from the Schwarbino and also Harper. Those two are going to take off, but do not sleep on the Arizona's offense. Corbin Carroll is going to be a threat to them. As soon as he gets on the bases, he's looking to move. This is going to come down to the wire. I think it's a closer game. I'm going to go with taking the over just because this first game is a little bit of a higher ERA battle. With Taijuan Walker, he has a 9 ERA. I get it. It's early. ERA is one thing, and it does take one inning for that thing to skyrocket. But as a starter, that thing can climb down quicker because you're going to get more innings. But with that being said, though, it's still going to be a high-scoring game. take the over, and I'm also taking Philly on this one. Now let's move forward to Sunday. Sunday is going to be some good games. I've got two of them for you. The first one, though, is the Tigers and the Marlins. The reason why I picked this one is obviously because of two great pitching duels right here. We've got Tarek Skubal taking on Sandy Alcantara. Now, Alcantara just came off of a great game. He had a complete game shutout, and Tarek Skubal, well, he's a Cy Young candidate, and he also won the Cy Young last year. So this is going to be a duel between pitchers. It's going to be a low-scoring game, as I have it going with the Tigers winning 3-2. Take that one. Sunday night game on NBC Peacock, you have the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Atlanta Braves. This is going to be a showdown. I think this will be a great game too. It's going to be a statement from both sides. You've got BB pitching for the Indians, and you've got Chris Sale for the Braves. This is going to be a nice pitcher's duel, something that we as baseball fans like to see. But with that being said, you do have some strong candidates out there with Jose Ramirez, and then also Chase DeLauder. He's also been making a lot of noise. A rookie, it's got 5 home runs already, swinging it well. And so is Drake Baldwin. Don't sleep on those guys. The Indians are a young team, but they are very good at what they do. They take care of business, and they're never out of it. This is going to be a great game, so make sure you check this one out. I promise it'll come down to the wire, but I do have the Braves taking care of business because they're at home. That's the only reason. That tomahawk chop is going to come on out. It's going to be loud. It's going to be proud. It's going to be a game you want to watch. You won't be disappointed. This is great for Sunday night baseball, but go ahead and take the Braves 5-3 in this one. Now, you guys have been inside the oven. We've got to see some of the baseball predictions. I want to know what you guys think as well. And I appreciate you guys being here. As always, click, subscribe, love, show me everything you need, share it with your friends. Let's have some fun, and I get to see you guys again next week, but also with the Masters being here, good luck to the golfers out there. It's going to be a lot of great golf, but this is baseball time, so nobody cares. See you next week.